Welcome to Last Breath Diaries. Thank you for joining me this evening. Before we dive into tonight's story, pour yourself a drink, sink into your favorite spot on the couch, let the world fade away, take a deep breath, get comfortable, and settle in. Tonight, we step into the shadows and into the story. Last time on Last Breath Diaries, we met Thomas "Tommy" Reed, a hardworking husband and father whose body began betraying him one breath at a time. What started as mild shortness of breath spiraled into months of unanswered questions, misdiagnosis, and frustration. After nearly 2 years of being told you're fine, Tommy finally met a doctor who saw what everyone else had missed: pulmonary hypertension, a silent, deadly pressure building between his heart and lungs. Now, with a name for his enemy, but no promise of survival, Tommy's fight for air truly begins. The next morning began with the rhythmic hum of the oxygen concentrator and the beeping of the IV pump. Tommy's eyes fluttered open to the faint glow of sunrise leaking through the blinds. His chest felt tight, each breath effortful but measured. Lisa stood by the window, her hair pulled into a messy bun, clutching a cup of coffee she'd forgotten to drink. When she turned, her eyes softened. "Morning, babe. Morning," he rasped. "Still here. Still breathing," she said, forcing a smile. Dr. Rhodes entered with a team of fellows trailing behind him like ducklings. "How's the air treating you today, Mr. Reed?" Tommy cracked a grin. "A little too thick for my liking." The team chuckled softly, but when Rhodes pulled up the labs, his smile faded. "Your BNP levels are rising again. Means your heart's under more strain than yesterday." Lisa's stomach dropped. "What does that mean?" "It means," Rhodes said gently, "the right side of his heart is struggling to pump blood through those narrowed vessels. We'll start an IV infusion, epoprostenol, to open things up. But we'll keep a close eye. Sometimes these pressures can shift quickly." Tommy swallowed hard. "Do what you gotta do, Doc." "Hey, Nurse Chat, let's pause and talk about BNP, or B-type natriuretic peptide. It's a hormone released by the heart when it's overworked or stretched. Rising BNP levels are a big red flag in pulmonary hypertension. It means the right heart is losing ground." The IV medication dripped slowly, its milky white line running into Tommy's arm. Within minutes, his face flushed. "My head's pounding," he muttered. "That's normal," the nurse reassured him. "It's your vessels opening up." He nodded, closing his eyes. The room tilted slightly. Lisa watched his monitor, oxygen at 92%, pulse steady but fast. Hours passed. He drifted between sleep and half-consciousness, mumbling about work, about his daughter's recital, about the smell of rain on wood. Lisa held his hand, her thumb tracing small circles. "You'll dance with her again," she whispered. He smiled faintly. "Even if it's just sitting down." That evening, his color improved slightly. The medication seemed to help, but fatigue hung heavy over him. Lisa went downstairs for coffee, leaving the nurse to check his lines. Tommy looked at her badge. "You ever get tired of seeing people like me?" She smiled softly. "Never. You're the reason I keep coming back." He exhaled slowly. "Must take a toll." "It does," she admitted, "but we don't run from the hard stuff. We breathe through it." He nodded. "Wish my lungs got that memo." Around midnight, alarms blared. His oxygen dropped to 78%. Nurses rushed in, one adjusting the mask, another raising the head of the bed. "Tommy, stay with us," someone urged. Lisa jolted awake to the commotion, coffee spilling on her lap. She rushed to his side. His lips were cyanotic, tinged blue. His chest heaved, every breath shallow. The attending physician arrived, ordering a non-rebreather mask and stat ABGs. The monitors screamed warnings, lines flashing red. Lisa clutched the rail, whispering prayers she didn't know she remembered. After what felt like an eternity, his oxygen climbed back into the 90s. The staff backed away slowly. Tommy opened his eyes, voice a fragile whisper. "Still here." Lisa laughed through tears. "Don't you dare scare me like that again." He smirked weakly. "Gotta keep life interesting." "Hey, Nurse Chat, acute desaturation like that is terrifying. For PH patients, it can be triggered by something as simple as anxiety, turning over in bed, or even a slight kink in oxygen tubing. Their margin for error is razor thin. That's why monitoring and fast intervention are everything." The next day, Dr. Rhodes sat with them, his tone heavier than before. "Tommy, the medication helped, but your pressures are still dangerously high. We're contacting the transplant team. Lisa's hand gripped Tommy's. So that's it? We're out of options? Rhodes shook his head. No, it means we're moving to the next step, but we'll have to transfer you to the main cardiac center for evaluation. Tommy nodded slowly. Whatever it takes. Lisa tried to hold it together, but tears slipped free. He just needs a chance. Rhodes placed a hand on her shoulder, and we're going to give him one. By late afternoon, orderlies wheeled Tommy down the corridor toward the transport bay. The sound of rolling wheels echoed off the walls. Lisa followed close behind, oxygen tank in hand. He looked at her, half smiling. Guess I'm moving up in the world. She shook her head, laughing through her tears. Don't start. As the ambulance doors closed, the nurse beside him adjusted the monitor and said quietly, You've got fight in you. I can see it. Tommy managed a faint smile. Just need my lungs to get the memo. Hey, nurse chat. Transplant evaluations for PH are complex. Candidates must meet strict criteria, stable mental health, no major comorbidities, and strong family support. It's a long road, and not everyone who qualifies survives the wait. At the cardiac center, the tests began again. Right heart catheterization, lung perfusion scans, psychological evaluations, even social work interviews. Lisa joked that they'd inspected everything but his soul. Tommy smiled faintly. They can check that too, just don't bill me extra. But behind the humor was fear. The kind that sits deep in the chest. He knew his body was failing, and time wasn't on his side. 2 days later, the transplant coordinator called them into a small consultation room. The air was sterile, heavy, and still. She smiled gently. You've been officially added to the transplant list. Lisa broke down crying, half in relief, half in terror. Tommy squeezed her hand. Guess we're in the big leagues now. But there was a shadow in the coordinator's tone. Average wait time for your blood type and body size is about 8 months. 8 months. Tommy just nodded. Then we wait. Hey, nurse chat. The average lung transplant wait can range from weeks to over a year. Many PH patients never make it. Some die waiting. Others grow too sick to qualify before lungs become available. It's one of the cruelest parts of this disease, knowing salvation exists, but watching the clock run out. Lisa tried to keep life normal. She brought their daughter Ellie for weekend visits. They drew pictures on his whiteboard, rainbows, hearts, stick figures holding hands. Daddy, when can you come home? She'd ask. Soon, baby. Daddy's just getting his lungs fixed. But as days passed, Lisa saw the truth he tried to hide. His skin grew ashen, his breathing more labored. He slept more than he talked. Each night she'd lean close and whisper, "Stay with me." He'd whisper back, "Trying." One morning, Lisa arrived to find nurses bustling around his bed. His monitor beeped at a low rhythm. The charge nurse met her at the door. "He had a rough night," she said softly. "We're increasing his oxygen and trying to stabilize him." Lisa froze. But the transplant, the nurse's expression faltered. "He's not stable enough for surgery right now." Lisa felt her knees give way. "No, not yet." Inside, Tommy opened his eyes weakly and reached for her. "Hey, beautiful. Don't talk like that," she begged. "You're going to be fine." He smiled faintly. "Just promise me one thing. Anything. Tell Ellie I built her the best home I could." Her tears fell onto his hand. "You are her home." Hey, nurse chat. The cruelest part of pulmonary hypertension is how quietly it steals. These patients can be lucid, smiling, talking, then desaturate and spiral in minutes. We learn to treasure every stable breath because we never know when it'll be the last one. The monitors began their warning chorus again. Alarms echoed down the hall. Staff rushed in, respiratory, cardiology, critical care. Lisa was ushered back. She stood in the doorway, trembling as compressions began. The sound of the ventilator filled the room like a mechanical heartbeat. "Come on, Tommy," a nurse urged. "Stay with us." Minutes blurred into eternity. And then, silence. Dr. Rhodes stepped back, voice low. "Time of death, 11:42 a.m. Lisa's knees buckled. Someone caught her before she hit the floor. That silence, that impossible, ringing silence, is the sound every nurse remembers. It's not just the end of a life, it's the end of every breath you fought to protect. To be continued. Part 3, the aftermath of a promise. Final nurse chat questions for Part 2. 1. How can healthcare providers better recognize the subtle, early signs of PH before it reaches a fatal stage? 2. What impact does medical dismissal have on patient survival rates? especially in rare diseases like this. 3. And when the machines finally go silent, how do we as nurses carry the weight of those final breaths?